Colin Kaepernick is now the most overpaid quarterback in NFL history. And with that in mind, we are halfway into the countdown for the top 100 players of 2014. Time for me to react to this week's group of 10. Because 50 through 41, the top half begins tomorrow. Number 60, Trent Williams, tackle of the Washington Redskins. I'm glad he's higher than he was last year. Last year was like number 99. I think last year I say he should have been higher. This year I say he should be lower. You know, seriously, you're gonna put him ahead of Jason Peters, you know, or Tyron Smith or Joe Staley. Come on, a bit overrated. I'm sorry. Last year he was underrated. This year he's overrated. Imagine that. 59 is DeAndre Levy, linebacker for the Detroit Lions. As the narrator said, only Richard Sherman has had more interceptions than Levy, or Levy, how the fuck you want to pronounce that guy's name. And Levy's the linebacker. And clearly the best defensive player for the Lions. I know people are going to say, oh, what about Ndamukong Suh? Ndamukong Suh is an overrated, sociopathic, dirty player. It's just simple as that. And he's still fucking dirty. What the fuck is up with him? But in any event, should be higher than Suh. I'm sorry. So there you go. 58. Okay, here we go. 58. When I heard that Joe Flacco was going to be on this year's countdown, I was kind of laughing a little bit. You know? Okay, seriously, which Super Bowl MVP is really on this list? Oh, wait. It is Flacco? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah. Seriously, what the fuck? Listen, I understand. They must be projecting for 2014 because he does have a lot of talent around him this year. Or, you know, Pitt is going to be back. Steve Smith, Torrey Smith, Jacoby Jones, not great wide receivers, and let's be honest here, Steve Smith's getting old. Plus he has Owen Daniels and shit like that. And I'll be fair here, on last year, he didn't have those weapons. They lose Anquan Bolden to the 49ers. Well, the reason why they lost him to the 49ers is because they had to pay Joe Flacco the big contract after what happened in the 2012 postseason, where he threw 11 touchdown passes to 0 interceptions. That kind of forced the Ravens to pay Flacco the kind of money that they were paying him. And that's the thing. People can blame the no talent thing all they want, but he's getting paid the big bucks now to do more. And he didn't do more. He did less. He had the worst season of his career last year. That's why he should not be on the countdown. Should he be lower than Kaepernick? You're damn fucking right he should be lower than Kaepernick this year. And fucking Stafford. Seriously, Flacco threw 10 more interceptions than Robert Griffin. And threw 10 less touchdown passes than Stafford. And I hear that Michael Silver is a fucking dumb shit. Well, this is the players voting, and the casual fan doesn't appreciate the players voting. Well, I got news for you. I am a true NFL fan. And I say Flacco should be way fucking lower on this list. If you're going to put him on the list, fine. But looking back on it now, Stafford should be a few spots higher, if only a few spots higher. Because if you're going to put Flacco on the countdown, that was the guy that should have made number 100. Just simple as that. All right, 57 is Justin Houston, linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He fell from last year's countdown. I don't know why he fell from last year's countdown. It must be, again, projection of 2014, because the Chiefs, they're probably going to struggle this year. 56 is DeMarcus Ware, finally rated right where he should be. He should have been at the 50s category in 2012, and he should have been at the 50s category in last year's list as well. It just irritates me that he has to be a Denver Bronco and he fucking does it, but whatever. But yeah, DeMarcus had the worst season of his career with the fucking Monty Kiffin bullshit defense that they had. It's not going to get better in Denver, I'll tell you that. So I believe they're running a 4-3 there. Anyway. 55 is Marshall Yanda, guard of the Baltimore Ravens. Well, at least Flacco's not higher than Yanda. Yeah, one of the better guards in the National Football League. A bit overrated though. I would put Evan Mathis over Yanda. And Alshon Jeffrey of the Chicago Bears comes in at number 54. Yeah, he had one hell of a fucking season. He's the Chicago Bears 1A receiver. 1 is Brandon Marshall, 1A is Alshon Jeffrey, or the opposite, to be perfectly honest with you. Some would argue that Jeffrey should be higher than Brandon Marshall, and you know what? I wouldn't put it past him, because they're both damn good receivers, and they just happen to be playing on the same team. Man, that Bears offense is going to be something else this season. If they were good with Josh McCown at quarterback, can you imagine how good they're going to be with Cutler? And people are going to say, well, no, Cutler's a thought. Cutler thought. You know, the reason why, because Cutler didn't make the countdown the past couple years. Yeah, because he keeps getting himself hurt. 2011 kind of was his fault, but he had that thumb injury. 2012, that was definitely offensive line's fault. 2013, hate to say it, but that was definitely on Cutler. If Cutler didn't get injured, he wouldn't be making the countdown on a regular basis. Simple as that. So shut the fuck up. All right, 53 is Greg Hardy, defensive end of the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers finally have a really good season, and now they recognize Greg Hardy. Wow. Oh, well, that's fucking marketing sometimes. Carolina, the Carolinas, not a big fucking market, sadly, but whatever. All right, Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict, finally recognized as well. You would figure he would be on the countdown last year, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, not maybe low at the start, but, come on. Give me a break. But hey, at least he's on the countdown. He's a damn good linebacker. End of story. Bengals have a hell of a team. Problem is, I hate to say it, but Andy Dalton kind of making me look bad here when I'm whatever. And rounding out this week's group of 10 is number 51, tight end of the 49ers, Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis should be a lot higher, like top 40 at least. Top 40. Oh, I said it. Because let's be honest here. Vernon Davis had to make the full transition from playing with Alex Smith, and then a year late, and then into the 2012 season playing with Colin Kaepernick, and then the 2013 season finishing the transition of playing with Colin Kaepernick. And Vernon Davis had another really good season. I mean, it wasn't like a few years ago, but he still had a good season with Colin Kaepernick. I mean, that is a sign of a good fucking player. I would argue he should be the number 1 tight end. Oh, I said it. Oh, but what about Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham's a good tight end, but he has the luxury of playing with Drew Brees, a future Hall of Famer. you know, I'd like to see how Jimmy Graham does. He'll probably do all right, but not like Vernon Davis. I'm sorry, it's just not fucking happening. But I have no problem with where he's at. Like I said, I think he should be just higher. So what the fuck? So finally some controversy with the Joe Flacco shit. Granted, Flacco had no running game. Yeah, Ray Rice had his worst season of his career. Guess what happens? They had to give away all those players because they had to pay for Flacco. Like I said, 19 touchdown passes to 22 interceptions. As somebody said on the reaction show on NFL Network, not acceptable in today's NFL. In the 70s it was all right. In the 70s it's a good season, but this is a passing league now. I'm sorry, but Flacco, he's got to do more this year. He should be way fucking lower. I'm sorry. But that's it for this week's reaction. Later, fuckers.